Alright, let's try that one more time. Alright, let's try that one more time. Put that under my axolotl. There we go. My other display is off currently. We love that for me. I can also minimize that. Alright, we're not reacting to this video. Oh. Wrong. Oh, there we go. Yeah, back on. I think my stream ended though. I think my stream ended. Oh, no. Okay, we're back. Oh, and my PC decided to crash again. Okay. Hold up, let me reset this. It's not that one. Is my HDMI? I think my HDMI cord might be starting to go dead. My axolotl has to be up. Okay. I cannot see live stream. Hold up. Hey, Nico. I don't know if I said hi. No, no AI. We don't like AI. I'm trying to see if I can get the live chat here. If not, it's fine. Oh, hush it. I got, alright, there we go. There we go. We got everything finally connected. I guess we're just gonna react to. We can do fan edits. Bow. You know what's crazy? I've never watched Outer Banks. And I'm pretty sure this is Outer Banks. I'm pretty sure that's who this is. I'm pretty sure he's JJ from Outer Banks. Can we get a fact check on that? Actually, you know what? We're gonna react to. You know what? We're gonna check on the David case. Which one should we watch? That's actually kind of wild to me, like a 13 and 18-year-old. Why is your friend tweaking out on you right now? low-key kind of confused. That's low-key real though. It is controversial to rape kids, you know. Okay, so if you guys don't know, currently David the singer, he wrote Romantic Homicide, I believe. That's like what he's like known for. It really sucks because he had a song in Arcane. It was a, you can't hear the video. That's just great. Hold up. Maybe I need to add an audio capture. Yeah. Alrighty.
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? Oh my, delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
New details in the investigation surrounding the death of a teenage girl.
Celeste Rivas' death continues to be shrouded in mystery.
Her badly decomposed remains wrapped in plastic discovered inside the trunk of this black Tesla.
It's every parent's nightmare. You have this young, beautiful girl found dismembered, stabbed, mutilated in the trunk of a car.
There are so many questions here, and now we actually may have some answers, and they are horrifying.
Okay, but to give a recap on this case, so David, I believe his name is actually David Burke, if I'm not mistaken, but allegedly, right? We're not gonna say he did it or didn't, right? Because we're gonna say nuance. Although I do believe he did it, I'm gonna be honest about that. He wrote a bunch of songs. He was like starting to get popular, you know. He had a lot of younger fans. Apparently, allegedly, he was constantly like out with this girl named Celeste Rivas. She apparently was murdered by him, and like his Tesla got impounded because it was just like sitting out on the side of the road, and there was a dead body found. They still haven't found the fingers that are missing, which are the ring and I believe the pinky finger, if I'm not mistaken. But they couldn't find that finger, but the ring
Battery
finger
low.
apparently had his name on it. So she had his name tattooed. First of all, who is letting their 11-year-old daughter get a name tattooed, let alone getting a tattoo? That is a literal child. So I feel like there's some blame that we need to put on the parents as well. But if this is true, David is a monster and we shouldn't support him. That's like the end all be all, you know? But back to the video.
Mic off.
My name is Stephen McCarty. I am a parkour coach. I also coach gymnastics and ninja.
Yeah!
That's it. That's it.
I met David around 2018 at the first gym. He was in our ninja and parkour like mix program. Him and his brother, they both worked really hard. Everything on the surface, very normal, very religious and God-centered family.
Mic on.
Also, Caleb's a little suspicious. Not gonna lie. I feel like there's something fishy about Caleb, which is his brother. Because Caleb put out his songs like right as soon as David got arrested and shit. And like I feel like he's using the hype behind his brother, you know, and like that's just wrong ultimately. So like I feel like this is a failure on their parents as well. You know, like I feel like their parents kind of failed as parents. Because, first of all, why is he hanging around 11-year-olds? Well, he was, I believe, 16 at the time. Because he met Celeste when she was 11 back in 2021. They met off of Fortnite, actually. So, be careful online, y'all, because there's predators everywhere. And then they moved on to Discord, and then there was a whole server. And, like, there's a bunch of evidence on the server, and, like, apparently the mods were, like, deleting a bunch of shit. So that's a little suspicious, you know, like apparently the mods knew. Maybe they didn't know of her age, but they knew of her, and like everyone knew that him and Celeste were like a thing, which is a red flag, honestly, because that's just weird. Like that's just weird on all parts. But apparently, David also ordered 2 chainsaws and a body bag off of Amazon under a fake name. I think the fake name was like Lauren something. And then there was also a shovel delivered through Postmates, I believe. But that's weird. You know, like if he did do it, I feel like he did it in the dumbest way possible. But hey, I'm not a mastermind. I'm not a criminal. I don't plan on murdering people. But I feel like it's very stupid on his part.
Mic off.
I did notice the shift from being into parkour, music being more a part of his time and his identity. I liked his music, actually. I mean, I went to his show. Yeah, I had backstage passes, you know, so I got to hang out with him for a little bit.
Mic on.
This show, like the last time you...
Each one of my favorites is Red. Let's get him.
What was the precipitating event that you believe led to the murders?
Not it, chat. You watch her. She's funny.
This young man was one of the fastest
Mic
rising
off.
music stars in the industry, who many regarded as potentially one of the great songwriting prodigies of his generation. But now he's in the headlines.
Mic on.
Also, I would like to state my opinion about his music, because everyone's saying that like the music is like was like foreshadowing. I don't think so. I don't think we can really take into account music, because music can be taken in a lot of ways. Although it is suspicious that, you know, he did kill her. Well, allegedly kill her. Sorry, let me correct myself. He allegedly killed her, and like the songs were like dark themed, and like he admitted to like watching gore and shit, which is not too odd, but it's still weird. You know, like I like gore. Like I'll watch a movie that has gore in it, but like I won't go out of my way to look up gore videos though. You know, like I wouldn't be like, "Oh, let me go turn on some gore real quick." No. It's also weird that most of his fan base were females, and young females at that. So, you know, that's also weird. It's just David's weird. That's all it really is. David's just weird. That's all.
Mic off.
for a completely different reason.
Disturbing new details in the murder case against the singer David.
Incredibly gruesome details about the murder case against the singer David.
We have people admitting to literal, murder in our confessions.
David is being accused of some of the most horrific crimes imaginable: grooming children online, fostering an illegal relationship with a minor that spanned many, many years, and the murder and dismemberment.
Mic on.
Oh, also, let me pull up his charges real quick. Okay, so allegations. Prosecutors allege that David, who was 21 at the time, had an illegal sexual relationship with Rivas Hernandez, which is Celeste, who was underage. According to the complaint, she went missing in 2024. So she was found when she was supposed to be 15, but they found out that she had died before her birthday. So on September 8th, I think that was the day after her birthday, that the police department discovered the foul odor from the Tesla and then impounded it to the Hollywood lot. Inside was 2 body bags containing the head, torso, limbs, and then later was identified as Celeste on September 17th, 2025. Okay, so he's getting hit with first-degree murder with special circumstances that might increase during sentencing. That's crazy. Then alleged sex abuse and other charges. Okay, so he's pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his attorneys have said that they will vigorously defend him. Okay, and that there's no evidence linking him to the murder. He was arrested on April 16th without bail. They had to reschedule his hearing. Okay, so his hearing is July 21st. The case has drawn and has had major career consequences for David, including the cancellation of his tour and shelving his debut album. Okay, so he's in a lot of crime. He's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, so she was 14 when she allegedly died. So the timeline is that he called Celeste.
Pop singer David is facing first-degree murder charges in connection with the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Did I ask you to talk? I didn't. Let me explain. I'm the news around here, okay, woman? I don't even know your name. I don't care to know your name. But the timeline goes that they were arguing back and forth. Apparently, this is Celeste, by the way. This is the girl who sadly was murdered. She was barely 14, which is so heartbreaking. But at the same time, where were her parents at? And allegedly her parents knew about said relationship between her and David, which is weird. So in 2022 they met when she was 11 years old, according to prosecutors. And then in November of 2023, that's when the sexual abuse started, when Celeste was 13 and David was 18. Then in February of 2024, the parents suck. The parents really should have been there for their kid. Then Celeste was reported missing by her family, And then David reportedly stated that he was unaware that she was a minor or had been reported missing. She returned 2 days later, according to prosecutors. So I'm guessing David told her, hey, they're looking for you. You need to go home. I don't want any problems. He was trying to keep his fucking innocence. That's what I'm going to say. His innocence. And then in November 2024, they broke up. The prosecutors say that the two continued communication, and text suggested they allegedly continued to have sexual relations. This is sad because she was groomed. She was groomed and she had no one to tell her, hey, this is bad. You know, like, she was a child. She was still a baby. She was 11. You know. Then in April of 2025, alright, so a lengthy argument over text with David and Celeste allegedly threatened to disclose damaging information about their relationship to end his career and destroy his life. Okay, so that's what they're saying was the whole, like, reason he decided to murder her. Then the next day was the last time that Celeste was seen alive. And then allegedly David had sent an Uber to her home, to his house in Hollywood, and then intended to kill her on this day by means of lying in wait, which is one of the special circumstances. And then, so apparently he stood over her body and watched her bleed out. And then he went on like life was normal. Like, how can you sit there, kill someone, and then just go on tour with no fucks in the world? Then the very next day, right after he allegedly murdered her, his tour goes on sale. His world tour. That's crazy. And then the following days, like the next 2 days, no, the next 3 days, I apologize, David allegedly purchased this shovel from Home Depot. Okay. That's a little weird. Then David releases his album Withered, and then he goes on a press tour for that album. Then, on the 26th, David never tries to contact Celeste again after this date. Like, allegedly, you two were broken up. You two still talked, but now you never tried to contact her 3 days after her disappearance? I'm sorry, this dude is dumb. This dude is actually kind of dumb, guys. Then on May 1st, David allegedly ordered 2 chainsaws from Amazon, according to prosecutors who alleged he took horrifying measures to destroy and discard the victim's body. So there's also another circumstance, special circumstance. I think it was dismemberment. I think that's the proper term. And then, oh, sorry, it wasn't Laura, it was Victoria Mendez. But he ordered a heavy-duty laundry bag and a blue inflatable pool, which they found parts of the inflatable pool in Celeste. Let's just sit with that for a second. So he orders a blue inflatable pool from Amazon, right? He puts the body in the actual pool and just lets her sit there. That's wild. And then David is accused of mutilating Celeste's remains according to a complaint. Prosecutors allege that he cut up her body in the pool and then stuffed her remains in the fucking bag. That's so. And then they were left in the front of the trunk of his car for months. That's crazy. And then on the 8th and the 31st, he went to an isolated area off of SR 154 in Santa Barbara. That's crazy. And then in July, he allegedly ordered a burn cage under the same fake name. That's, you know what a burn cage is? A burn cage gets hot enough to burn human remains. This isn't looking very good, y'all. Then on the 29th, surveillance video shows that David is the last person to drive his Tesla, parking it around the corner from his home, according to prosecutors. First of all, why are you putting it in a car that's linked to your name? I'm just thinking logically right now, and logically, that makes no sense. Why would you put a dead body in a car that is under your name, that officers can obviously fucking tell it's yours? It has your plates, it has your VIN number, it is connected to you legally. It's like dead ass right now. And then he kicked off his tour. And by the way, during all of this, he's acting like nothing happened. And then the Tesla was towed from the block of his home a day after what would have been her 15th birthday, which is fucking insane to me. Like, how can you murder a 14-year-old? Like, if you think about it, him murdering her was so much worse than him just letting her come out with that they were fucking, to be honest with you. Cause you know how many people bounce back from pedophile cases? I mean, hell, look at Drake. Apparently Drake was fucking sucking in
Mic on. Mic feedback off. Mic on. Mic on.